G'day legends, welcome back to another Friday of install. Now today we are back on the mighty GU Patrol, obviously because that's why you're here. Now this is the final product for the GU that we're doing at the moment. So strap in, buckle up, grab yourself a beer and let's get into it. Now, first thing, if you haven't been here before, welcome. If you've been here, welcome back. Now head over to the fridge, grab yourself a good pleasure, as we just mentioned, beep, the beer. It's a Pirate Life South Coast Pale Ale for us today. Now moving forward, make sure you stay hydrated. Getting right into the install. So we're going to start with this side rail. You're going to get 2 of these rails, 8 of these brackets, some other bits and pieces and a heap of bolts, right? So all we need right now for this section is this one beautiful side rail and 4 of these brackets. Now, there's 2 different types of brackets here. So if you look here, see right here at my fingertip, we've got a little groove cut into there. Now this one, you'll see no groove, flat there. So see how it's flat across there, and then this one, there's a little groove there. Okay, so that's the difference between our brackets. Now the ones with the grooves, they go on either end of our side rail. And the ones without the grooves, they go in the middle sections here. So that's the first thing you've got to identify, so you know what you've got. So you need 2 of each per side rail. Now you're also going to have 2 different types of bolts. You're going to have these 2 different types here, put them side by side. So here you've got a socket head cap, which is a dome nut with an Allen key, and here you've got a square sort of purlin style bolt, right? So that bad boy there, cut bolt, is what we use in the cross rails, so that one goes away, and this one here is what we use on these side rail brackets to tighten them all up. First thing we're going to do, we're going to start from one end, get our groove bracket, we're going to head over here. Now this is the trickiest sort of part of this, is see how I've got it on the inside here like that? I've got my bracket pivoted like this, right? So I'm just going to drop this in like that and then just folding back over. Today only lines up with them 2 holes. I'm going to grab these bolts I spoke to you a minute ago, put them in. Now you're going to see, geez, them bolts are really long. They need to be, unfortunately. So the idea is, I'll show you once I get this other one in, but the idea is the length is what helps us get it onto the gutter without having to try and put this together on the gutter, because that's quite hard to do. So the longer bolt just means that we can go like this and get that really good distance here so we can get on the gutter a lot easier. Gives us our play. So rinse and repeat. Was that one a grooved one? Yep. Rinse and repeat. Now we need a one without a groove. Throw him in there. Put a shadow in. That one in there. Start that nut again. Now, something I didn't talk about was you'll see here, I put a little bit of plastic in here. This is a PPF. So these will come with that on there already. If it's not on there, make sure you put something there, because that just, if you care enough about the paint, that just stops the powder on metal contact with the paint where it could maybe rip the paint a bit. Just gives you a bit of added protection. And also make sure that these are on. Now if these bits of pinchweld aren't on there, they'll be in the box. Make sure you put them on because they're very important as well. Those protect the paint in the gutter. Oh, now this one again doesn't have a groove in it. And then this one has a groove. So here's the end one. Okay, so the next step here is putting a side rail on. So how we determine what is a left and a right hand side is these bits point towards the inside of the car. And the pirate skull, the logo, which is up top on this one, goes towards the front of the vehicle. So this tells me this is the driver's side. So we're going to pick it up. Now this is the little bit more difficult part. You'll see here how it just drops into the gutter, nice and easy like that. Then I'll just lay it over like that till I get ready to rattle my bolts and stuff up. Now, how you determine where this is going to sit is you just need to center it up in the gutter. You go, yep, okay, I've had it on here a few times now, so I can now see that. I've got about 100 mil there. And then down this end, before this curve goes away, I've got about 100 mil from there as well, before that curve sort of starts here. Got about 100 mil, so it's pretty well where I need it. But we're not going to do it up dead tight, just in case we put the other one on. We're going to move them a bit to line them back up. So we're going to come up here, and I'm going to get I've got a 13 mil spanner, and I've got a 5 mil Allen key, and this is what I'm going to go and rattle it up to pull it back up reasonably straight. but still going to be a bit loose until we put our cross runners on, and then we can tighten everything up. So you see here, I'm just tightening this bad boy up. And now that's going to hold it up there for me, but it's still got a fair bit of play in it. I can still move it around. And get to these other ones now with ease. Oh, I lost my spanner then. Still sloppy. That one I could probably back off just a tiny bit, because I went a little bit hard on him. So yeah, if you get a 5mm Allen key for a rattle gun, it'll be really handy, as you'll be here for a little while doing them up. Big car, short legs, big problem. So you'll see now, we've got a bit of play there still. I can shimmy him backwards and forwards, so I can line everything up in a minute. So now we're going to move into putting the cross rails on. Okay, so next we've got the cross rails, and you'll see that they're a C-channel. So these edges need to point down towards the roof. And all you're going to do is lean over to this side, drop that side there, drop that side there. Then we're going to grab our cut bolts that we had before, drop them in through the squares and do them up. If I can get a nut to start, that's what we're going to do. Jeez, I suck at this. Terrible. Give me the suck. Ah, we're good. Got him. Too many nuts. Yeah, just rinse and repeat the whole way around, and then I'll show you how to tension all that up. Okay, for this next exercise, how we want to strengthen this up and get it where it needs to be is we're going to tighten up these cross rails. So we're going to jump under here with a 13mm socket, hold the head down, and you'll see it's just pulling that up now where it needs to go. I want to go do them up tight. Now make sure these bad boys are tight. They are nylox, so they won't come loose, but they also need to be tight as well. And we just rinse and repeat that the whole way around. The other one I forgot to mention was you can actually use these to make sure everything's dead straight when you drop it off. So if you haven't got these parallel with each other, you'll know you can get a tape measure and measure off the back on each side of the gunner. Whatever you need to do to make sure these are parallel. And alrighty, now that we have done that, this is all solid on top. This is lock these in where they go. What we're going to do, spanner, Allen key, tighten these bad boys up, and they will. And this is the clamp, so this is what makes this solid to the body. Now it's already solid, not moving, just off the tightening one. So that's all you're going to do, run around and do them, and then I'll show you how to do the awning brackets. All right, so something I left out of this one is staying hydrated. Cheers, legends. There's actually a lot of climbing around the car and stuff, so I recommend 1 beer per rail. All right, now if you opted in for our awning brackets, right here, them bad boys, very, very simple. You obviously same bolts that we had before. They're going to be a bit shorter, but what you're going to need to do is put this on your awning first, rattle that to your awning. It'll be the easiest way. Then get another person to help you. Lift the awning up, and then these bits bolt onto our side rails, which I'll show you now how to do that. Now, even though I said it would be easier to put the awning on first, as you can see, there's room to get in here and bolt it up anyway. So if you want to put these on and then put the awning on, you can do that as well. There's 3 of these to hold a 270, keep it nice and solid. These are made for 270 awning. Now, easiest way is, you'll see we've got all this series of slotted holes up here. Obviously, it can't go there. So it's got to go there or there on each one. Now if you just hold it up against it, I got 2 there and I got 2 there. So you can see I'm picking up the top of that slot and the bottom of this one. And then all we do is we just drop wrong bolts. These are actually 6mm bolts, by the way. I've got the wrong ones. So you know you've got the right bolts because these are M6s. And then all we do, sit him back on there, and we go doink, doink. Notice you put nuts on, and then doink, doink, and then you get your bracket on there, center him up, tighten it up, and there you go, 1, 2, 3 down there. Then throw your awning on, or your awning's already on here, but it actually might be easier now I've said this, to put these on, then put your awning on, because we've got plenty of access. I forgot that we actually do things better in a lot of places, and that makes it easy. So, anyway, that is that, and that's how you do it. Very, very easy. Yeah, that's all I got, but also you need to put the awning on before you put tent on, or you're never getting in under there to do that. Now, if we're going to talk about tents, okay, so let's talk about mounting the tent. So, pretty much all rooftop tents come with 2 rails down the center of them that run through here, right? Now, these are designed for the hard shell rooftop tents, the big ones like the Outback Tourer, like you'll see on this in a minute, that pop up. Not those old school ones that used to come in a square and you fold them out like a big bloody tent. They're not it. So remember that. Now, they come with 2 rails down the center. These 2 bars here are just for support. The 2 end ones is how you mount it. So what you do is you put your T-slots into the bloody, your T-slot bolts into those rails that come on the tent, the things that the bolts are supplied by the tent company. Then you just lower it down on top, line up where it lands, put it through there, then reach under and do that up by hand. Obviously, put your nut on, do it up by hand. Or you can unbolt that one and that one, bolt them to it and sit it back down, whatever. But there's a multiples of various ways to mount to the top of these. There's also brackets out there, which we're not doing at the moment because it's too specific at the moment with the different types of extrusions, but that you can get that come out there like that and you can pull those rails off or whatever. But that's how we have designed these to mount. You can mount them straight down to that. But these 2 middle ones are just supports. The end ones, straight in there, happy days. Awning on, job bloody done. Solid as a rock, good to go. Right, legends, that's a wrap on this one. Now, if you like this product, down below in the description, you'll find a link over to the webpage where you can find yourself this and all the other badass products that we do for the GU and various other models. And if you like this content, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, punch that notification bell at the top. And if you really, really, really like this content, you might like this one here or that one over there. Right, legends, thanks for the support. We'll see you next week. And make sure you stay hydrated.